Okay, people, welcome back, and we're gonna go over a short scenario here. Remember the people I showed you in the full scenario from the previous section, because you will be choosing one of them, as long as I don't have to wait for a couple of months till the votes start pulling in. I'll probably leave a notification on the video to say when I'm done, like letting people vote for a particular campaign. I'll probably do that in either this video or the next video, because that's when I mention putting in the votes. But anyway, we're going to go to a short scenario here. Now, the Volunteer Army short scenario is pretty boring, so we'll go with the War of Lubu instead. Well, no, go with the Volunteer Army. I'll just introduce the game this way. It's not a very long campaign, and also then we don't get stuff muddled up time-wise. But anyway, this is basically short campaign or short scenarios. You basically have a set objectives rather than just sort of unify the three kingdoms or whatever you want to set your objective to be. And see, we set February. So date, but February 184 AD. 6 months is how long this campaign is. So it's a very short campaign, and we start off as Liu Bei. With 1 city, 4 officers, 3,100 gold, and 3,280 food. Our objectives are to capture Cheng Yujianji and execute him, and capture the cities of Ji and Nanpi. Now we actually started with the city of Ji, so we don't have to really worry about that. Actually, what does this mean? Map next, and whoops. Hold on a sec. I need to reset my fraps. Okay, it's my fraps key reset, so it accidentally keep stopping recording whenever I press R1. Alright, yeah, that just shows the map. I wondered if maybe then we could change who we play as. But yeah, so let's go. We're going to play this campaign historical, just because actually I think historical, I used to think it meant events played out like how they did, but I don't think they do. I think it just means all the characters are accurate, or more accurate, at least. And it's so for the short scenarios, we're just going to keep that on. And also another thing I'd like to do, as we play through the long scenarios at a very long time, perhaps send suggestions in for stuff like if you want me to go to war with someone or ally with someone, make a sort of interactive let's play. Well, I'm not going to do something stupid like when I have barely any territory, go and wage war on like the Emperor or Lupu or someone. Okay, so will you watch the opening scenario? Yes, we will. Prepare for my terrible voice, because I'm not going to do any accents, because I don't want to seem racist. In the year 184, Zhang Jiao rose in protest of the corrupted Han Court. He began to promote the way of peace. His followers all began to warp strips of yellow cloth around their heads. People called them the Yellow Turbans. Eventually, these believers turned into rebels and bandits. This became what is known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Around that time, Liu Yan posted a notice calling for volunteers to help fight these Yellow Turban bandits. Looking for help? What? These Yellow Turbans are so great, the army cannot hold them? It's the end of the world. Hey you! Yeah you! The land's in trouble and all you can do is sigh? What kind of man are you? Everyone's running away from him. When I think of how powerless I am to help the Imperial Court, I could not help but sigh. I too am of the Han blood, but I don't know what I can do to help save our people. Pretty much he has royal blood in him, but he was abandoned, I think I remember. So if I feed you any inaccurate information, search it up yourself if you're all interested. Same thing. Well, let you and I raise an army and kind of read at a time. I would like that greatly. I am Liu Bei, and you are... Zhang Fei. Well, I'm Zhang Fei. Probably should make it sound like a question. Oh, so you two are patriots, are you? Well, then I would join you. And now we have yet another large fellow. And what might your name be, sir? My name is Guan Yu. Guan Yu. Guan Yu. I'm pretty terrible at pronouncing his name. The three agreed and retired to a nearby peach garden. There they swore an oath. Born apart, yet do we three swear to bind ourselves as brothers of one heart in all. Born on different days, yet do we pledge our deaths to be together on the same day. To aid the Han to save the people, ye heavens here witness our feathered pledge. After becoming blood brothers, the three began gathering other volunteers. It seems very brash to just met each other in the 14 but that happened a lot in China. I never expected this many volunteers. This many men, we must do well. Where's next? Well, you hold 6 people there. I hear to the south is a yellow turban general by the name of Cheng Yanzi. We start there. No. Let's just go after their head, kill Zhang Jiao and get it, and it will all be over. There are things in this world that do not go quite as easily as you seem to think. Sure. I know my elder brother could never be wrong. There's the map. Here you see, we're the dark green flag to the north. Lord Liu Bei, it is your turn. Okay, now for the sort of gameplay tutorial. You might want to skip through some of this if you already know how to play this game, and if you do, you're probably gonna be really pissed off the way I try and explain it because I'm terrible. But first of all, the UI population, or pop, obviously means your population. That is your leading officer, who's of that city at the moment. As well as Liu Bei, he's the highest ranking person in this city. The city of G. F stands for food. We have 16 out of potential 140. Oh, I think 140 is the max of a place you can have food. I don't think it's the potential of this place. CM. So I'm just gonna check what those are again. CM. Cool mastery. I don't know. Public safety. I knew that. We have 6 on it. Oh, commerce. I just want to get someone on there. Like one you, I just stuck on there anyway. Okay, and down here we got stats, i.e. those are how many foot troops we have in this city. That's how many horses, armored horses, naval units, and these are the other types of units as well. We'll get round to those guys. Foot soldiers are armed with bows and swords. Well, bows and spears, I think, most likely. And the horses are just armed with spears, I think. Or I don't know, perhaps they have throwing weapons. And that's our total troops, the TT. Now, I'm not sure what's the difference between all of these, but that's pretty much how many officers we have positioned in this area. And our officers are Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and the other guy who I'll get around to talking about. And this shows our amount of people who are again in the army. I think this is like in total across the whole kingdom, I believe. That's how many troops we can draft in this place, especially how many troops we can make. And the rest, PR I think is prestige. And that's about it from stuff that I actually know from this open menu. And now the rest of the stuff, as I said, civil here, this will basically just be like, you know, you apply your generals to go do some of the jobs you see. Go ahead and Jing Yong, who is going to be on intelligence, because you always need someone on that. Basically, just to find out who you're fighting against, basically. Now here we have in the army panel, we have a couple of things. Army, which will basically let us select the city we want to go and invade. We don't want to invade there. This is what we need. This is what we need to take for this mission. Nanpi. So you select your city. You select who you want to take in your army. So just do that. And then you like select troops to give them. Like, this is a retired battle staff, so I'm not actually going to use this. How much food you want to take with you? That can be very useful if your troops run out of food while on the while fighting. Their morale will rapidly drop, but then they'll run from the battlefield. And then you have an advisor for the fight. But I don't actually want to attack yet. Aid. There are no troops to whom you can send aid. I think it's basically sending help to your allies. Draft. It's basically select your officer. I'm going to do this anyway, so I might as well bring this up. Select officer. Train troops. Horsemen. And that basically I just got an extra 74 horsemen. Or I think in this game it's very 1 to 10. Or it could be 1 to 100, so yeah, around 7,400. I would think. Otherwise it seems a bit ridiculous. And then raid. That's basically you raid whatever city you're in at the moment. It'll basically make the populace hate you, reduce your prestige, but you'll get money and food out of it. And trap. This I haven't really used yet, but this is pretty much you select what officer you want, and then you put like a say a trap type, like a fire trap or an ambush or something, and you position it somewhere on the map. That's for if you're defending your castle, which you won't probably have to do during this tutorial. Well, not really tutorial, but quick opening scenario, so I'll just leave that. And great, I just get trap again. So loading screen. I'm actually gonna make a save just here because this game does crash every now and again. I'll just save it on leave the one title, or perhaps two if it crashes. Because sometimes if it crashes, I can actually save it. So move, man. This is pretty much if you want to move officers from one city to another that are under your control. I have no idea what setting off means, unless that means bringing officers from another city to this one. Ally. It's pretty much you select who you want to ally with. Say, or ally with Gokun-san, and then I can send over, say, Zhang Fei, and usually someone will, tell you whether they think it's a good idea or not. Don't always trust them, but, you know, they might be wrong. And to say that he doesn't think any one of my people can do it. Neither do I. And there are things to do in diplomacy. Joint basically means basically join up with your allies to go do something. Gift, send a gift to someone. Warn, sending a warning to someone. Jail, if you actually have any officers in jail, you can try and bargain to get them out of there. Or they'll just can sometimes break out by themselves, or you can actually take over their town which they have imprisoned in. I don't actually know what this is, but these are the only people I've selected. I think these people are in possession of the Empress. I have to do something with that. No. Oh, I guess that is got something to do with your allies or not, because they're here my allies at the moment. Fine. Now these these are some interesting options. Anyway, select a city either next to you or say your own city, and then you send an officer to go find something. I Guan Yu. Nope, you don't want to. Nope, you won't do it either. But pretty much, if you find things, if you search around, I think you can find items, but you can also find people to hire. Or you can go to enemy places to try and convince enemy officers to like join your side. That's only really going to happen if the enemy officer is like really low prestige and is really fallen out with some of his men from some actions he's decided to do. And so actually decided reform. Okay, so and also if you say find people in one of your own cities, you can just have to hire them, or they're doing auto like attempted hiring anyway when you first find them. Item, let's give or take items. You say give an item. You can check what items we have. We have the Sword of Fate at the moment. We can't really check what that is, but I'll get around to that in a minute. And the other one is job, which is basically assign a job to one of these people. Pro is the protector. Rank, I can't get to give anyone ranks yet. I will get a list on probably the latest scenarios as well when our leaders actually start becoming known. Whereas at the moment, Rube is kind of a nobody. Turn, that's basically just try to get enemy officers to betray them. I believe we'll try and get the town to turn against them. Revolt is basically just sort of the same thing.